Shalom family. All right. As I said in the last video, that there are people that don't believe in Yahusha, and that's fine. I just don't want the righteous to get tripped up, because these traps and stumbling blocks are very easy for us to fall into. So what I did, I took it upon myself and asked the Most High. I have a witness. Only one witness. His words say, out the mouth of 2 to 3 witnesses, let every word be established. I know what the scripture says. So I prayed to him concerning this, because these people, they are here and they are growing. They're tripping people up, and they don't understand the scripture, and they don't understand the prophets. They don't understand what's being said, but their job is to trip people up. So I asked him, I don't have but one witness, and I need another witness. I asked for another witness, and he told me, you are a witness. And when he said you are, this was in the wee hours of the morning, when he said you are a witness, I had no idea I was a witness. I had none. I'm looking for some type of historical work, like what I have to bring out, Josephus. I'm looking for someone that was real, did historical work. He said, you are a witness. And immediately I knew what he was talking about. And this, I don't ever bring out my experiences, what I've experienced with the Most High, what I experienced with his son, what I experienced with his Malak. I just did the video, what mark do you have? And didn't even go into my experience with a mark. Didn't even touch it. But my family know of this. I don't do this. So he allowing me to do this, to witness to you, to become that second witness. And if you want to know, did Yahusha exist? Is what these people saying true? Just ask the Father. He have a way of confirming. You know, they say, you see on the screen here, the Father and Creator is Yahuwah. Yahusha is the Son, the Mashiach, and the word of Yahuwah. He said, the words that I speak are not my words, but I speak the Father's word. What I hear, that's what I speak. And the people are saying he didn't have a son. Yahusha was his son. The scripture says Yahusha is his son. That is correct. You are listening to this video. You the righteous, not the wicked. You are his sons and daughters. So that doesn't mean he couldn't have another son. You see, they make no sense at all. They make it sound as if, you know, he could only have Yahusha as a son. It's like he can't even draft in other nations as sons and daughters. And we read in Isaiah 56 that those other nations, gooey, will be getting a name better than sons and daughters. They will be like sons and daughters. So what are these people talking about? So let me give you the first witness. Here comes the first witness, Josephus. If you know anything about the book of Josephus, it's a very, very thick book. This is historical work from a real person. And he wrote this around 100 AD. Make sure you understand. He wrote this around 100 AD. The Christians screwed up what Yahusha did. They screwed it up. Led by the Roman Catholics. They screwed up what he did. You know, he did away with the law. No more animal sacrifice. Well, when you read the book of Josephus, you will see even after Yahusha died, they were still doing animal offerings. And people don't understand this. They were still keeping Passover, still killing, still giving shalom offerings, still bringing food for tithes and offering to Louis. They were still doing this after his death. So we see here, this is Josephus. He's my witness number one. His work lined up with scripture almost perfectly. I can point out few things here and there. That's because he was a slave. That's because he belonged to the Romans. He had to be careful what he wrote. And he made his writing Greek friendly. He made notice that they changed people's names. And he did it to be Greek friendly. I understand. He couldn't write. He was in the system. The system had him. So he had to be very careful. But he still wrote according to scripture. So this is Josephus. Book 18, chapter 3, verse 3. Now there was, about this time, Yahusha, a wise man. Yahusha was a wise man. We don't understand. I heard him speaking. I had no idea. This wise man I heard speaking. If it be lawful to call him a man, if he given him this the utmost respect, he's afraid to call him a man. If it be lawful to even call him a man, for he was a doer of wonderful works. You see this? Paul don't like this. And another thing, all the things Josephus wrote about, he never mentions Shaul. Nothing. We know he was wicked. Doer of wonderful works, a teacher of such men as received the truth with pleasure. So he was a teacher. Watch this. Who did he teach? Yahusha and Gooey. Yahusha and Gooey. See, Paul made it like he the one. He said the apostles, they go to, the 12 go to Yahusha, but I'm the apostle of Gooey. You see, that's a lie. And so we see here, Pilate, at suggestion of the principal men amongst us, had condemned him to die. Those who loved him at first did not forsake him, for he appeared to them alive again the third day. As the divine prophets had foretold. The prophets, see, this is my problem. We've read through the scripture and we see we see the prophets talking about him. We see that he will be cut off from the land of the living. We see it. They brought one and another one. Another one was brought to the Ancient of Days. Had foretold those and 10,000 other wonderful things concerning him. You don't understand. He's saying it's a large number. He didn't count them, but he's saying it's tens of thousands of things the prophets spoke of Yahusha. And they want us to think that there was no, he didn't exist. It says in the tribe, it's saying Yahusha, so named from him, are not extinct to this day. Even to after almost 70 AD, the people were still named after him. All right, this is book 20, chapter 9. Festus was now dead, and Abanus was upon the road. So he assembled the Sanhedrin and judges and brought before them the brother of Yahusha, who was called Mashiach, whose name was James. Here it is, bringing the brother of the Mashiach. So we see here that that's witness number one. Witness number two. Let me explain what happened to me years ago. This was a night vision, and I was doing something. I was at work. I was working. I know my job. I did my job every day. I knew it. And the Most High had to teach me something. And he used Yahusha to teach me. I'm on my job. I'm happy. I'm doing what I do. I know how to do what I'm doing. I was good at it. I was very good at it. I was an expert at it. Better than most. And not bragging. That's who I was. The people knew me and they knew what I could do. I was the expert at it. And then this man walked past me. I don't know who this man was. He walked past me. And when he passed me, everything I knew disappeared. And I knew nothing. And I was confused. I was dazed. I didn't know what happened to me. This is my vision. And he said, you see, if it wasn't for my Father, you wouldn't be able to do what you are doing. And immediately I knew who he was. That's Yahusha. That's him. All right. Another incident. I am the witness. There was cattle. There was an old man taking care of the cattle. I was a kid. I was playing on this thing. It was very fun. I can't describe it to you. Almost like a scooter that floats on air. It was very fun. I was just playing, having a ball. And this old man that was tending to those cows, they were some big cows, he was talking and speaking and talking, and I'm playing and I'm listening and I'm hearing what he's saying. And I'm thinking, I'm losing interest in this thing I'm playing with, and I'm listening to what he's saying. And I said to myself, who is this man that's speaking this great wisdom I've never heard before? Who is this man? I'm wondering to myself. I heard wisdom beyond your wildest imagination. This wisdom was not from this world. This wisdom was something different. And I was listening, and it was beautiful. And I was like, who is this man? And he revealed himself to me. It was Yahusha. So the Most High told me, you are a witness. Yahusha is real. He is real. He existed. And I'm not the only witness. There are other witnesses. But here are two witnesses. And so anyone that come to this channel, hear me and hear me well. There is nothing you can say to change my mind. I had a personal experience. And no, I never asked him anything. Because remember, he said in that day, you will ask me nothing. I didn't even understand those scriptures and what that's saying at that time. But I understand it now. There's one more incident that happened to me. And that one I refuse to talk about. I've said 2 incidents, 2 real experiences that have happened to me that prove that Yahusha exists, that prove Yahusha is real. So all these people, you're wasting your time trying to get me to see that Yahusha never existed, and that all the New Testament is corrupt. All of it. Although you know what you're saying? Some of it line up with scripture. You're saying that's corrupt also. You're saying all the New Testament is corrupt. And for the other people that say, if you get rid of Shaul, what you going to do? Get rid of the New Testament next? No. I told you, that's ignorant. That's a drunk person. It goes along with scripture. We need that part. Yahusha came for a reason, not to do away with the animal offering. When he come back, we see in the scripture in Malachi, he's going to purge Louis. What? He's going to cleanse and purge Louis that Yehuda may bring a Kadash offering. The offerings continue. You see, the Christians got it all wrong. And our people are still in confusion. And you don't understand, when we were scattered all over the earth, who are doing offerings? None. So he set Yahusha to do something temporary while we're scattered all over in the earth. That was temporary. And now Yahusha going to come back and fix what was done with Louis, Yehuda, the offering, what Moshe set up, the Torah. It was perfect. And it will be set back up again in the kingdom, and the people will be bringing offerings as time passed. It was perfect. It was nothing wrong with it. But when we went ignorant and went crazy, doing all those abominable things we just read about in the last video, we got scattered. And none is doing Kadash offerings. Look through the scripture. We see the righteous, Abraham. We see Noah. We see all these men doing offerings on the altar with special wood. You can only use this wood. You can use no other wood. And we don't know what wood to use. We're lost. We're confused. And we want others to die with us in our confusion. But the righteous, we will take heed to the Most High. And we will listen to the Most High and not these wicked ones. So this is a warning. I'm just going to, I've said what I said. You can continue to believe what you believe, but keep that mess off my channel. I ask you. If not, you will get blocked. Bottom line. And that's how I have to do it. You will get blocked. Yahusha existed. There's your 2 witnesses. I stand up to be a witness. If others want to be a witness, drop it in the comment section. Don't get too personal. Shalom.